Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is Jennifer Kendall, and I'm very honored to be presenting the SendOutCard opportunity to you this evening. I'm really excited about the guest that we have that will come on near the end of our presentation. So a little bit about me, for those of you that do not know me, my name is Jennifer Kendall. I am a senior manager with SendOutCards. My husband and I own a couple businesses. I'm currently involved with BNI, and although the screen says I'm a BNI ambassador, I'm actually a new chapter launch director, which means I help chapters, BNI chapters get started, which is quite exciting and challenging at the same time. I am a designated CPA, CGA, which means that here in Canada, I was a designated certified general accountant, and then a few years ago they merged different designations, merged as one. And I enjoy volunteering with children's charities. Children's charities are my particular interest and passion. So that's a little bit about who Jennifer Kendall is. I got started with SendOutCards approximately 2.5 years ago. I was seriously It's September now, and so many of us are starting to think about the Christmas season, which if you're in business, you should be thinking about it starting now. However, 2.5 years ago, I didn't even have Christmas on my radar yet. And so November came around, and I realized that for our 500 clients, I hadn't even purchased, or ordered a single card or gift, and I was a little bit in trouble. And so I went looking for a solution. And my husband, who had been networking at the time, had met somebody in SendOutCards, and he offered to do an introduction. I said, sure. And the rest is history. So that Christmas, we sent out about approximately 500 Christmas cards and got the best response we had ever received. It was the easiest on me, the easiest on our staff, easiest from every point of view. We were able to send out gifts that matched the level of client. We didn't have to send a one-size-fits-all promo gift. But what really, really surprised me was the reaction we got. In 5 years of sending out Christmas cards, and I had tried various different, ways and gifts and everything else, but that was the first year people had actually picked up the phone or emailed us or actually dropped into the store to say thank you. When I analyzed what was different that year versus other years, some of the things that I'll be able to show you tonight is what attracts or what made it different. The cards are personalized by using a feature within SendOutCards, which is more like a Word mail merge feature. We were able to address 500 cards to individuals, something that logistical-wise we could never do before. The gifts were pure gifts of appreciation. They weren't a promotional item. And so in the holiday season, we are actually saying thank you for being our client. We weren't promoting ourselves. And I just think overall the quality of the card stands out. And as I said, it was easier on my team, which made it a win-win-win as far as I was concerned. So from there, we started looking at this incredible system that you're about to see a little bit differently. We tried to figure out what more we could do with it. If it had that kind of reaction in a holiday season where people expected to receive a thank you, what kind of reaction would it get if we used it at other times of the year? And from there, we now use what I call a drip campaign, which means all of our clients receive about 4 to 5 cards throughout the year. They're not necessarily targeted towards a certain holiday, or at least not your popular ones. We own an IT consulting business, so one of the cards we send out is around May the 4th, which is a Star Wars reference, so May the 4th be with you. My husband's a Star Wars fan. It fits with the IT consulting kind of business, so we send out different cards like that. That allows it allows us to stand out. It creates conversation with the clients, and it just has just when we now call a client, they want to pick up the phone. They want to say thank you. They want to talk about the cool card they got, which was different. I look at it this way. A card, which is just a piece of paper, if done right, it's like giving yourself away. You're giving a little piece of you, a little piece of your personality, and you're sharing it with the person that you're sending it to. So that's how it becomes more personable, more special, more unique. So I think that what you're going to see is pretty amazing, and hopefully you'll get some great ideas from it. And I'll share some throughout the presentation just to give you some more ideas on how we use it. Now again, I am a business user, and at the end of the presentation I have a special treat with a mom who's going to tell you a little bit about her story and how she's using it and why she's partnered with SendOutCards. So let's get started. Okay. So you're looking now at the start screen for SendOutCards, and so SendOutCards was founded in 2003, so it's still a young company in some respects, but it's not so young that it hasn't had its own experiences. It is founded in Salt Lake City, Utah, which if you've never been there, it's an absolutely beautiful city. There's a number of people flying to Salt Lake City for a special event this week, which is one of the reasons I'm hosting this call tonight. We are a member of the Direct Selling Association. So the founder is Cody Bateman, and I've met him. He's a brilliant, brilliant man. And his whole idea was to bring the brick and mortar business of cards and gifts and turn it into something that was online. Very similar to what Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. I will admit I loved going to Blockbuster, if you know what that is, and picking out a movie and coming home and renting it, but I love it even more now that I can just decide on a whim that it's time to watch a movie and turn on Netflix. So in theory, that's what he's doing with the greeting card and gift business, making it as seamless as now turning on our computers and watching a movie. We can now pick up our phones or pick up our laptops and send a greeting card and gift, which is pretty amazing. So if you think about it, the largest taxi company owns no taxis, which today is Uber, and I believe there's another one called Lyft. And the largest telecom company owns no lines, which is Skype. And the largest media owner creates no content, which is Facebook. We all create that. And the largest movie house owns no cinemas, which is Netflix. The largest software vendors do not create the apps, which is Google and Apple, which the first time I saw this, I kind of got confused, and then I realized it was absolutely true. There's all of these people that are creating the apps for us to use on our phones, including SendOutCards. And soon to be the largest greeting card and gift company will have no stores, and that is SendOutCards. So what is SendOutCards? Well, in my world, SendOutCards is the best relationship building program in the world. And this is particularly true being a business owner, but it's also true being just a person. I have become a better daughter, wife, friend by using greeting cards. Anything that's happening in my friends' lives, I just have to pick up my phone and say congratulations or sorry to hear, attach some cool pictures, and I look like a superhero. So I love that part of it, and am always finding ways to say thank you to people that I've either interacted with or that I've gone out with or just met. And it's a pretty cool thing to be sharing happiness, to people. So SendOutCards in the last 13 years has sent out over 140 million greeting cards and 7 million gifts. I think last year in the holiday season we were sending almost 1 million cards a day. So we're definitely not small. So how do you use SendOutCards? Well, you can send cards right from your computer, and I still use my computer to send some of my cards, but we are very lucky in that we can also use our phones. Oops, I went a little faster. So you can use both the Android and the iOS, so both Apple and iOS. And I don't know if anyone out there is planning on buying the new iPhones that were announced today, but I'm sure they'll be pretty nice to send your cards from. Yeah, so you can do both. You can send cards and gifts both from your phone or from your computer. And why not from your phone? Because the reality is we're doing more and more and more from our phone, such as communication. I use text or tools such as WhatsApp quite a bit nowadays. Social media, I play games, maybe too many games. My contact manager is on my phone. My notes are on my phone. And I use a Microsoft Office note product that syncs from my computer right to my phone. It's actually pretty cool. We can pay bills, we can watch movies, we take a lot of pictures. I check my weather every single morning, and I use my phone quite a lot for directions. So why not also do business or send appreciation from your phone? And the doing business part is something that I absolutely love about SendOutCards. The fact that I can, have a client meeting, do a prospect, send a quote, and right away from my car, from the coffee shop, from the comfort of a chair in my house, I can, very quickly send a card and say thank you, nice to meet you, or anything like that. So I guess I've kind of led right into this because in the business world, there's about 4 main reasons that we need to send cards. So about 90% of the cards we send fall into one of 4 categories, or I guess one of 3, one of 3. Celebrating new possibilities, thank you very much, and it was great to meet you, or nice to meet you. And so because 90% of the reason we send cards falls into these categories, SendOutCards has created a really cool first impressions kit, which you can see on your screen right now. And they're heavier stock cards, they're beautiful, they make a very significant impression, and we have it both in pearl white and satin black. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to create this card. And if you're thinking, but I don't own a business, don't stress, because you can use this exactly like this to send birthday cards. So one of the things I do, both for my business clients and for people that I'm, friends on Facebook, but more acquaintances, I create one card at the beginning of the year that I use throughout the year. So each year I create a new card, a new birthday card, but that is what I send out throughout the year. Makes it nice and easy. It's something very generic, and how I send it is identical to how I'm about to show you how to send one of these signature series cards. So we're going to pretend we're sending it right from our phone. So this is an Apple or an iOS. Just about everything is the same on the Android, just what the tools that we have on the bottom of the screen tend to be up on the top for an Android. And the Android users, you're probably very familiar with it and very comfortable with it and know exactly what I'm talking about. So here is the app, and right on the bottom of this screen you'll now see a little bullseye. That's where there is a campaign feature, and so we would click on the campaign feature. And that opens up the 6 cards that you saw, the 3 pearl white and the 3 matte black. And we're going to create a first impressions white that is a new possibilities card. I like this card because it's very flexible. It could mean anything. It can mean a new friendship. It can mean a new partnership. It could just mean, you know, two people who want to do something together, such as maybe work together to get a certain client or anything. So it's a pretty versatile card, so I like this one. So there's the front of the card, and you will notice that on the top of the screen it says front, so you always know where you are in the card by that little indicator. You also can know where you are, but there's 4 little dots on the bottom, the first one being the front, then you have the insides and the back. But for clarity, front is front. So everything with the app is tap and swipe, so we're going to swipe and move to the inside left of the card. From here you can click on the handshake photo and put in a photo that represents you or the client. Maybe you took a selfie with them. Maybe you want to show a display, a sample, anything that you want, maybe a cool picture of their dog, whatever resonates with you for the purpose of sending this card. Sometimes if I don't have a picture that means anything, I just keep the handshake. Handshake symbolizes friendship, partnership, so I think it's a great picture. We'll swipe again, or we've tapped on it and we've selected the card. In this particular case, this is Cody Bateman and 2 people he was doing business with. And then we'll swipe and we go to the inside right of the card. With the first impressions kits, we do have something already created there, a little blurb, which you can use, but you can also override it with your own message. And you can see that it says Dear First Name with the underline. The underline is an indicator that this is using a mail merge feature, which means that whoever you're addressing the card to, their name will go into the Dear First Name. So it'll say Dear Jennifer. And here you can customize it even further. You can change the font to your own handwriting font if you have that option, which is really cool, because imagine seeing your own font on your phone, your own handwriting on the phone. I know that somebody I met with recently, they were just kind of weirded out the fact that their handwriting font was on the screen. And I remembered my first time seeing it, and I was like, wow, that really is my handwriting font. So it's pretty cool. And you can also insert your signature, which you can see right here. So in this particular card, it has been changed to have a more personalized message, and the Cody's signature is right there. And I love having the option of adding my signature because it just makes it a little bit more real, and it just puts a little bit of me inside the card, which I absolutely love. And we'll swipe again, and this is the back. So we have an option that allows us to brand the back of the cards. And you might think, well, why do you want to brand the back of your card? This is a very simple branding, but for my businesses, I love the branding option because I can send cards to our clients that are 100% all about them. There's no branding on the front of it, nothing on the inside. It's just a beautiful card from us to them, and no solicitation, no advertising, no promotion. But then on the back, our branding is there. And when they keep that card, and a lot of them do put it on their desks, the May the 4th card, for example, sat on one company's cooler for a year. And so anybody who ever picked that up or took a look at it, the branding of our company was always on the back of the card, which is pretty awesome. So I really love that feature. And if you don't have a business, it's just a nice way to, you know, share one more picture or a picture of you and your family, especially in the holiday season or any other season for that matter. I love seeing pictures of people, in particular families. And I've always been somebody who's always kept my cards. So if I get birthday cards or holiday cards, I've always, you know, selected the ones that were really precious to me, and I've put them in a journal. Well, now if, you know, people are putting their family's pictures on the back, that becomes a very special card to me. Because I love watching the kids grow up, and I love seeing my friends' families change over time. So I love the feature of the branding on the back. And we select that we've completed the card, and we can then select who we want to send the card to. And from here you have 3 options. In this particular case, we selected an option that said that the contact was already in our list, but we can also input it right there at that moment, or on our phones we can import it from our phone's contact manager. So there's 3 ways to do it. You can input it brand new, you can grab it from your phone's contact manager, or if you've already imported it or already have that address inside SendOutCards, you can just click it and grab it. You can also send the same card to more than one person. You can see here that we only have 1 check mark, but if you selected also Jeff Harvey and Paul Harvey, you can then send that 1 card out to 3 different people, which is a pretty cool thing, especially if you're networking or anything like that. So when you're all done, you can attach a gift if you choose. We have about 1,500 gift options. Our most famous one is the brownies, which many people, have tried out, and I call it the Brownie Miracle. But there are also a lot of great gifts, small gifts for babies, little tokens that you can put inside the card, motivational books. It's a pretty robust gift catalog. So you can attach a gift, and then when you're all done, you just hit submit, and your order is complete. And it is literally that simple. Now, I talked my way through it, and you can see that this beautiful card, took me a little bit because I explained a lot of the features, but when you're doing it yourself, especially if you're using a campaign, it's literally seconds and it's done. And then we print it, stuff it, stamp it, and deliver it, which is my favorite part. So you might be wondering, well, how do I, do this? Well, I'm happy to say it's really easy. You just need an account with SendOutCards, and you can create a card. To send out the cards, though, you need to buy points, and we have 3 packages for you. We basically have a pay-as-you-go, we have a smaller package, and we have our preferred package. The preferred package is by far the best value and the one that I always recommend. With the preferred package, you get 100 points. 100 points gives you approximately 33 regular 2-panel cards. And it is $39 a month US. So all the pricing I'm talking about here is in US dollars. So you can also buy additional points under this package if needed, but you're always buying it at the low point of 39 cents. The retail package and the pay-as-you-go, the points become a little bit more, but still very reasonable, so it all depends on what your needs are. One of the features that is really good about the preferred package is that you're not committed to anything. You can cancel at any time. You can purchase with a bundle, which I'll talk about in a second, or you can add one later. And the points are good for 18 months. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, if you think about it, even if you think, oh my gosh, I'm not going to use the points till Christmas or holidays, or I have save the date for my wedding coming up, or any other reason, you can sign up for the preferred package. You're getting your points every month, and you can then use them all at once. So it kind of allows, especially in the business world or even in our personal lives, allows us to budget our spend, which is pretty cool. And given that my background is accounting, that's really awesome for me. So there are a lot of bells and whistles that I talked about this evening, and to get a lot of those bells and whistles, we've bundled them up and created a really good value package for you. We have a personal package, a personal bundle, a marketing bundle, and a business bundle. I'm just going to focus on the one that most people buy, which is the marketing bundle. And once I explain to you what's in it very quickly, you'll probably see what a great value it is. So in the marketing bundle, we have that first impressions kit that I showed you, the 6 cards, the 6 signature series cards. We also have a really cool, we provide 2 additional campaigns in this bundle. One is a 7-touch special occasions campaign. So you remember at the beginning I talked about the fact that my businesses, we send cards to our clients either 4 to 5 times throughout the year. I've had to create those from scratch, but they now include campaigns that allow you to do that for your clients or just for people that you've met. There's also a 5-touch business follow-up campaign, which is pretty cool. So these are really high-quality, beautiful cards that are already created for you, and you can just send them nice and easily. We also have a training portal in there, which allows you to, I actually flew all the way to Pittsburgh for this training, so it's pretty cool that, or Houston, actually, Houston. So it's pretty cool that it's now included in the marketing bundle. So it shows you how to bring your online marketing and your offline marketing and merge them together. It includes that handwriting font I told you about and 4 signatures, and it includes some bonus points. So it's an incredible value. The personal bundle, you get a little bit less, but it does include the custom brand backing, which is also in the marketing bundle. And the business bundle is also available, and that's particularly useful if you would like multiple accounts. Whoever invited you on the call tonight, let them know, sit down with them, talk to them, and they will help you determine which bundle is the right fit for you. But as I said, the marketing bundle is the one that most people take a look at first. So the other option that we have is by spending $50 US, you can actually be a distributor like myself. I chose to do this at the beginning because I figured that if my business was going to be spending, money anyways on the cards, then I might as well get a little bit of back for it. However, I very quickly saw the value in SendOutCards and wanted to share this with other people. I didn't think it was a secret I should just keep for myself. So that is why I'm today a very active distributor. But again, you do what is the right fit for you, and the person that invited you on this call can help you with that. So we basically believe that there are 4 types of people that join SendOutCards. The first one is a customer. We love our customers. And that is just somebody who wants to use the system, really loves everything about it, but has no desire to do the business side of it. The other 3 are those that tack on the $50 and become distributors. But it's all about how you want to use the system as far as growing a business. So number 2 is a referral partner. They are somebody that will do a warm introduction to the person that has invited them here, and the person who has invited them here would then do the presentation and then sign the person up underneath that referral partner. The second, or number 3, is somebody who wants to learn to show and share SendOutCards, but they're going to do it on a part-time basis because they just want to supplement their income. And the 4th is somebody who wants to completely replace their income, and they see, lots of opportunity for themselves within SendOutCards. I'm currently a number 4, and I'm very shortly going to introduce you to another number 4. So how do we make money in SendOutCards? Well, we make money in 2 ways. The first way is we talked about the bundles, and we make money off of when a bundle is purchased. So if we focus in on the marketing bundle, we have the opportunity to earn up to $335 off of that marketing bundle. And we start at $140, and then through advancements we can earn up to $335. So right out of the gate, if you sell a marketing bundle, you're earning $140. So it's very easy to recover your investment back. And if you sell a personal bundle, you would basically half that, and if you sell a business bundle, you would double that. So the second way we earn income is, so we've talked about the bundles, but do you remember that preferred monthly package or any of the points? We earn commissions off of those points. So whenever somebody sends a card or a gift, we're earning a residual income. The best way I can describe a residual income is if you think about it like earning interest on an investment that you've made. Or this one I like better, think about your cell phone. Your cell phone, you bought the phone or you bought it as part of a package, and then every single month you're paying a fee to the cell phone provider. That fee that you're paying for the cell phone provider is similar to sending cards and gifts, and so we're getting paid on a commission off of those cards and gifts that go out every month. So this can grow quite large. It just depends on how big your organization becomes. So if we think about you have signed up as a distributor, you get 3 distributors, each one of them get 3, so 3 distributors get 3 distributors who get 3 distributors. You can have an organization of over 3,000 people. The reality is that nothing in life works perfectly. Some people will do a lot more than 3. Some people won't do anything at all. So we show this as, a perfect ideal world, but it will be a little bit more scattered. On each level, you can earn up to 2%. In your first, as a distributor, you would earn 2%, and on the 7th level, you earn 5%. And we get increases on these commissions each time we promote. So reality is, it's up to you to determine how big your organization will be. So again, there are 4 types of people. The first one is a customer. The second one is a referral partner. Third one is somebody who wants to earn a little bit of money or extra money to supplement their income, and somebody who wants to replace their current income would be a number 4. So you really do need to get back to the person who invited you and let them know which one you think you are, and so that the 2 of you can, talk a little bit about that and what the next steps would be. But I would really like to introduce you to a different side of the business. So I'm a business person, or a business owner, I guess, a traditional business owner. But Jessica Callery is a SendOutCards distributor. And to tell you a little bit about this lady, I met Jessica, I guess it's not even a year ago, and the little girl in that page is Nevaeh, or on that picture is Nevaeh. That is her daughter. And I have never met a more active little girl than this little Nevaeh. She is, I do not know what Jessica feeds her, but before she was 1, she was climbing, she's walking, she's a little acrobat, if you ask me. She dances, she's got so much personality, you just want to hug her and take her home. Not that I want to take her home, but you do want to take her home. So that's Nevaeh, but Jessica is one of the most positive people I have ever met. She is a stay-at-home mom. She will tell you her story, but Jessica just has, as you're going to see, an amazing personality. She stretches me all the time. She makes me want to become a better leader, and I'm very grateful to have Jessica as part of my team and as part of my life. So please, Jessica, could you tell your story?
Jennifer, thank you. I adore you. And I do. I'm so honored to be on this call, and I'm so excited. And I'm also so excited to tell everyone my story, because I just absolutely love SendOutCards. It's changed my life in such a positive way. So yeah, I'll just get into my story and tell you about how I was introduced to SendOutCards and what it's done for me in my life. So just over a year ago, I had just had my daughter, as Jennifer was just explaining. My daughter is Nevaeh, and my mom sent me a card in the mail. I was completely astounded by this card. I'd never received anything like it. I teared up. It melted my heart. It was the most amazing card I've ever received. And it was a SendOut card, and I asked my mom, how did you do this? And she told me about it, and it wasn't until a couple of months later that I realized there was a business opportunity with this company. So I went to a business presentation and learned about it, and it just completely amazed me. I had never seen anything like this, and I was I just dived right in, and I knew this is what I was meant to do, and it just gave me everything that I needed. So basically, I did not want to put my daughter in daycare. I wanted to be able to stay home with her, and I wanted to have my own flexibility to make my own hours and still have my own dependence. And SendOutCards has done all that for me, and it's just completely changed my life in the most amazing way. Um, yeah, I can't say enough about this company. It's given me the opportunity to have my own business, number one, have my own flexibility to make my own hours. And yeah, I'm so happy to have met Jennifer, and I've met so many amazing people, and it's just a different type of business. Everyone's so positive, and everyone uplifts each other. And I've gotten to meet people like Jennifer, which like I just said, I adore so much. And thank you so much for having me on today. I hope that I explained my story well enough. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Jessica. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. So
For
you
sure.
you stay at home with Nevaeh. So do you build your business primarily online?
Yeah, so as you were talking about before, you have SendOutCards as an app. So that's I know you can use it on the computer as well, which is just as good. But I mainly use the app. So being a stay-at-home mom, I'm super busy and on the go. And as you said, Nevaeh is very busy. So I constantly am working my business while I'm on the go, and I use the app the most. So yeah, I do work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I work my business from home.
I think what's funny is that when we're working together, we do things almost completely different. And so I learned quite a bit from you because you're teaching me things about the phone that I don't know, and I've never seen anyone type as fast as you on the phone. Yes, but Jessica, you have really shown me the potential of send out cards on the phone versus on the computer. So until working with you, did almost everything on the computer. Now I'm doing more and more and more on the phone. So it's just a difference in our ages, I guess, or where we've come from, but it's really cool, and I love that SendOutCards allows us to work together and teach each other and grow together. So it's pretty awesome. So thank you.
Thank you. I learned so much from you as well, and I learned a lot from you on the computer. I didn't realize um, a lot of the aspects on the computer because I was only using the app before we got together. Often I was only using the app, but both are do very well.
And before I let Jessica go, I have to let everybody on this call know, and anybody who ever listens to this recording know, that it is Jessica's birthday today.
Uh,
So and you can just tell a true, dedicated business person because she is here doing this call with us tonight on her birthday. So thank you, Jessica, and happy birthday. And if I had a singing voice, I would sing for you, but I'm going to save you from that.
oh, thank you so much, Jennifer, and thanks for having me.
Thanks. So I think that Jessica's story helps us see that there's, many different opportunities for all of us and different, and I mean, Jessica's changing her life using SendOutCards, and SendOutCards has, changed my business and as well as changing my life. So it's a pretty powerful system. So SendOutCards is not yet a household name, but we are poised for massive growth. We are poised for international expansion, and within the next few years, SendOutCards will become a household name. So it's just a question of where you want to be in that revolution. So if you are now ready to jump on board and get started with SendOutCards, then let me be the first to say welcome. If you have more questions, I really encourage you to reach out to the person that invited you and sit down and schedule a chat with them and see how the two of you can utilize SendOutCards in your life. So with that, it is 9:40 and we're going to say goodnight, and I wish everybody a happy Tuesday and have a great week.